Hi everyone, welcome back to our Python 2D game development course. We are continuing with Module 1, Python Basics, and I am Carmen from Camp 180. Last time, we learned about data types and comments. You practiced sorting information in variables and using user input. Today, we're going to learn basic math in Python. By the end of this video, you'll know how to use Python to perform simple arithmetic operations with numbers and variables. These are skills you'll use in every program you write, whether it's calculating player scores, controlling movement in a game, or simulating physics. Python can do math just like a calculator, but it's even more powerful because we can combine math with variables, input, and logic. Math is the foundation for almost everything in coding. Adding and subtracting lives in a game, multiplying damage points by a power-up, dividing resources between players, using remainders to decide turn order, and raising numbers to powers to simulate growth or physics effects. Let's dive in and see the operations in action. Here are the main operators you'll need to know: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, which always gives a float, floor division, which is division rounded down to the nearest whole number, modulo, which gives the remainder after division, and exponentiation, which raises a number to a power. Now let's create a new file called mathexamples.py. Start with something simple. When we type print 5 plus 3, we are asking Python to add 5 and 3 together. The word print just means show me the answer. In this case, the answer would be 8. Next, let's try print 10 minus 4. This one uses the minus sign, so we're doing subtraction. 10 minus 4 gives us 6. Now, look at this one. Print 7 star 2. This little star means multiply. So we're asking, what is 7 times 2? The computer will show 14. And finally, we have print 8 slash 2. The slash means divide. We're splitting 8 into 2 equal parts. The answer is 4.0. See the decimal point? Even though it's a whole number, Python always gives us a decimal when we divide. It's just the way the computer keeps track of numbers. Next, we're going to learn two special kinds of division in Python: floor division and modulo. Let's start with this line, print 7 slash slash 2. Notice there are two slashes here. That's called floor division. It means divide but only give the whole number part of the answer. So, 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. But since floor division rounds down, we just keep the 3. So Python will show 3 on the screen. Now, look at the next one. Print 7% 2. The percent sign is called modulo. It tells us the remainder when we divide. If we divide 7 by 2, we get 3 with a remainder of 1. And that's exactly what Python prints. So, to remember, slash slash gives us how many times it fits in. That's the whole number. Percent gives us what's left over, the remainder. These are actually really useful in games. For example, we can use modulo to decide whose turn it is. Like if the number is even, it's player 1's turn. If it's odd, it's player 2's turn. Moving on. Now we're going to learn about the power operator. Look at the line. Print 2 star star 3. See those 2 stars? That means raised to the power of. So 2 to the power of 3 means 2 times itself 3 times, or 2 times 2 times 2, which equals 8. Python will show 8 on the screen. Now let's try print 5 star star 2. That means 5 to the power of 2, or 5 times 5, which is 25. So, whenever you see star star, Think of it as multiply this number by itself a certain number of times. In games, this can be really handy. You might use powers to make score multipliers or to show growth, like a character's strength doubling or tripling as they level up. It's the math behind making things grow faster. Let's look at how math works together with variables. Let's start with the line, health equals 100. That means we're giving our player 100 points to begin with. Think of it as the player starting with full energy. Next, we have damage equals 35. That means the player takes 35 points of damage. Maybe they got hit by an enemy or fell into a trap. Now, look at the line, health equals health minus damage. Here's what's happening. We're taking the number inside health, which is 100, and subtracting the damage, 35. Then, we save the new result back into health. So now, health becomes 65. Finally, we type print player health. This tells Python to show us the message and the player's new health on the screen. It'll say player health 65. This is how games use math and variables to make things change. Like when your character gets hurt, collects coins, or gains points. It's what makes programming feel alive and interactive. Now let's move on to the order of operations in Python. Python follows the PEMDAS rule. PEMDAS. That's parentheses first, then exponents, then multiplication or division, then addition and subtraction. Let's look at the following example. Print 2 plus 3 times 4. Some of us might want to just go from left to right. 2 plus 3 is 5. Then 5 times 4 is 20. But Python does the multiplication first. So in Python, it goes 3 times 4 is 12. Then 12 plus 2 is 14. Now, look at the next one. Print open parentheses 2 plus 3 close parentheses times 4. See here, the parenthesis goes first. So what Python would do is 2 plus 3 first, and then take that answer and multiply by 4, giving us 20. The answer changes depending on where we put the parentheses. That's why it's always a good idea to use parentheses. They make your code clear and easy to understand, both for yourself and for anyone else reading it. Let's go over mistakes beginners often make. 1. Integer division confusion. Print 5/2 gives us 2.5, while print 5/2 gives us 2. Using division when we mean to use floor division can often confuse the code and give us incorrect outcomes. The second mistake we often make is misunderstanding modulo. Some might think that % gives a percentage. This is not true. It actually gives us the remainder. The third mistake we often make is forgetting parentheses to indicate the order of an operation, or using parentheses incorrectly. The fourth mistake is updating variables incorrectly. So saying score is equal to 10, then updating score by just writing score plus 5. This does absolutely nothing. We have to say score is equal to score plus 5. So this would update our score, which gives us a new score, which is our old score, plus 5. Hence, we have to reassign a variable to update it. Now that we know all about using math in Python, here is our homework assignment for this week. Create a new Python file called math_practice.py. Ask the user for 2 numbers and store them in variables. Calculate and print addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division of these 2 numbers. Create a new variable that stores the sum multiplied by 2 and print it. Write comments explaining each step and log your results in your coding journal. As a challenge, try using parentheses to change the order of operations and see how your results change. Now to wrap up the session. Today you learned how to use Python for basic math operations. with numbers and variables. These are the building blocks for scores, health, movement, and game logic. There is a step-by-step written guide for this lesson available on Gumroad. The link is in the description. Inside, you'll find typed code and extra explanations. You can also try the tutorial, because practicing these skills is the best way to really learn them. And if you want to go further, faster, we've put together a complete Python basics package on Gumroad. It includes a 1-hour video, a detailed PDF walkthrough, and exercises with solutions, handy cheat sheets, and additional resources to keep practicing. The package covers the complete Module 1, that is lessons 1 to 12, all for just $10. In our next lesson, we learn how to make decisions in our code. This is one of the most important parts of programming, especially for game development. If statements let your game respond to player actions. If the player has 0 health, game over. If the player reaches the finish line, you win. If the score is high enough, unlock the next level. So stick around, that's where programming really starts to feel interactive. Thanks for learning with us, and I'll see you in Lesson 7.